With PS5 struggling to reach its estimated sales and video game sales declining since 2021, is it safe to say that video games are on the decline? Hello everyone, Beck here, and in today's video I just wanted to speak on the topic of the gaming industry's decline. Before we get into it, I just wanted to say that no, I do not think that video games as a whole will be coming to an end. I mainly wanted to give a perspective on the current state of the gaming industry. As a gamer myself, it is frustrating to see how companies have been treating their video games for the last 5 to 10 years. The first cause for this, in my opinion, is the excessive amount of microtransactions. This is prevalent in most AAA games such as Fortnite, Call of Duty, and GTA. Even though in Fortnite and GTA is usually cosmetic, in games like Call of Duty, 2K, and Madden, it actually gives you an advantage. Like, there is no reason someone should have to pay $20 for a tracer pack or a gun skin pack. They're only going to use one gun skin, and you should be able to buy the gun skin separately. A tracer pack or a gun skin pack, it could actually level up your gun faster than if someone took the time to grind it out, which actually gives someone an advantage because their gun could do more damage or have more attachments, which gives them more benefit. In 2K24 and basically all 2Ks, playing online is basically unplayable unless you spend $50 to get to an 85 overall. That wouldn't be a problem if the game was free, but the game is already $70 and paying 85, I'm paying $50. That's already $120 you have to spend just to be able to play online. My career to be competitive, at least, unless you want to get cooked every single game, which I know most people do not want to. Madden being the worst of the bunch, Madden Ultimate Team, or also known as MUT, is basically pay to win, because why spend hours to play the game and grind out characters to get to a 99 or get multiple characters, get multiple players in the game? I misspoke. Well, you could just spend like $100 and just have one of the best teams in the game and then just dominate your opponent just based off of that. And Madden itself is also $70 as well. And Madden tends to promote Ultimate Team a lot because they want more money from people playing the game. Microtransactions have been a way for companies to just squeeze every last dollar out of their customers, which is another problem for why most people don't want to play online or buy these games, because these games are coming out every year and spending all this money on this game isn't really worth it in the long term. The second reason, in my opinion, for the decline of gaming is the amount of PC parts that come out every year. Well, I know this is exclusive to PC players and console players can't really relate to this, but as a PC gamer myself, I actually have a problem with this as well. Just a couple years ago, I remember the 10th series Intel was a huge thing, and like RTX graphics cards such as the 2060 and 2070 were like a big thing, and there were a big upgrade from the 10th series, like the 1070 and the 1080, because they had RTX, which is like a ray tracing, which makes your game look exponentially better. I agree, but ever since then, like the 30 series and like the 40 series, most of the time it's not worth upgrading to a 40 series for the most part, because most people play at 1080p and 1440p. Well, unless you want to go to the extreme and play on 4K or 8K like some people do, you don't need these graphics cards, but the urge to get them can be quite compelling because most people want to have the best things. And these graphics cards come out almost every year, sometimes 2 to 3 years, but they aren't really worth the upgrade. And most of the time they're overkill. You don't really need to play. You really don't need these. Based off of recent reports for the last couple years, graphics card sales have been on a decline, which shows that most people can't afford it due to the economy as well, or they simply do not want to get them because they don't see the upgrade is worth enough. My third and final idea as to why gaming is on the decline is the lack of new creative games. Be honest, most of the games you play, such as the Resident Evil franchise, the Tomb Raider franchise, or Final Fantasy, and etc., most games of that nature, you get the point. But most games that majority of people play today is the same series but a new game. This is prevalent within the Resident Evil franchises. We have like 10 games now. The Tomb Raider franchise, we have like 4 or 5 by now, and they just keep releasing more remastered, or like Call of Duty releasing remastered. And it's just like sometimes it just gets old because some people get tired of playing the same game over and over, or like new versions of the game. And I would beg to argue that Fortnite was the last breakout game that was really creative that I know of, at least. Please tell me if I'm wrong. But Fortnite was a game that was different from others. Even though it was Battle Royale, it was completely cartoonic, and it had invented the things such as the Battle Pass, which most games use today. And that was actually good for gaming because that brought a big rush. But nowadays, obviously, 2024, less and less people are starting to play Fortnite, at least, and people see it in a different light as they did multiple years ago, obviously. But I feel like if video game developers stop just releasing new games every year and focused on trying to make something actually creative instead of just a new version of the same game every year, basically, I feel like that would bring new life to gaming. That being said, again, in no way am I saying gaming is dead. I just want to hear you guys' thoughts. Thank you for listening to the end. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments. I just want to share my thoughts on the topic. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.